Welcome into Tighten Up Trivia. My name's Austin Huff. That is Jack Gentry. We are the hosts of the Tighten Up podcast on the A to Z Sports Podcast Network.
This is a trivia game by Titans fans for Titans fans. We want to know who out there is the Myron Roll, Ryan Fitzpatrick, maybe Anthony Ferkser of Tighten Up or Titans Trivia. You don't want to be a Travis Henry or Vince Young for obvious reasons.
No. Now, I'm sure some of you may recognize some of our opponents since this is the second round, but let's get a refresher. Chip is joining us. Chip, why don't you hit us this week, I guess, with your favorite Titans memory and where people can find you on social media?
Yeah. All right. So Chip Adcock, at ChipMoDip on Twitter and Instagram. Favorite Titans memory was actually, I went to Knoxville. You can see that back there. I was driving home one afternoon. The Titans were playing the New York Giants, and I had this game on the radio, and it was that awesome comeback win with like Pac-Man Jones getting an interception, and then Vince Young driving down the field. And I had to listen to the whole thing on the radio, but like Mike Keith got me so hyped. That's awesome.
Yeah, the near sack that wasn't 21-point comeback, I think, in the fourth quarter. That was such a good memory.
I left that game early, actually, but we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, cool, Jack. That's on you, Jack. After the Music City Miracle, you should never leave.
I was with my parents, and it was like cold or something, and my mom wanted to leave. Okay, Shaun, we're going to get to you. What is your favorite Titans moment, and where can people find you on social media?
On social media, it's Shawn Michaels 31 on both Twitter and Instagram. And my favorite memory, recent, honestly, has to be beating the Ravens, getting revenge for 2000 and 2008. Hands down, probably one of my favorite games ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's up there for a lot of people.
I think we all remember where we were on that day, mainly because it was like 3 months ago. All right, guys. Before we get started, let's get to know our rules. Here's how the game will break down. Each player will be given their own 4 questions worth 1 point each. You will have 16 seconds to answer these questions. Those 16 seconds, of course, are reminiscent of how much time was left on the clock for the Music City Miracle.
If a player doesn't know the answer and they think it's hard enough to where their opponent won't know the answer, they can kern them and punt the question to their opponent. If the opponent doesn't know the answer, the player who kerned he or she will get the point. If he or she does know the answer, they will be awarded the point. Each contestant is limited to just 1 kern per game.
After the 4 questions, players will be given a 5th question, which will serve as a final Jeopardy, where players can wager however many points they have. In the event of a tie, we will have a tiebreaker question that will determine the winner. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Chip, you will be up first. Your question: which NFL team originally drafted Delanie Walker? Again, which NFL team originally drafted Delanie Walker? Your 16 seconds begins now.
I believe that was the San Francisco 49ers.
49ers is the guess. And that is correct. So Chip is on the board with 1 point.
All right, Shaun, it's your turn now.
Let's do this.
How many SEC players did the Titans draft in the 2020 NFL Draft? You have 16 seconds, and that starts now.
We'll go 2.
2. You beat the buzzer and getting it in. 2 is the correct answer. It was Isaiah Wilson and Christian Fulton. No SEC guys to close it out. 1-1. Headed to Chip's second question.
All right, Chip. Your second quarter question. The Titans lost Super Bowl 34 in this city. Again, the Titans lost Super Bowl 34 in this city.
You
have a kern.
I'm going to kern it. I got to.
Kern?
So he's kerning it to Shaun. All right.
Atlanta, Georgia. I know that one.
Oh, Shaun doesn't even need the reread of the question. Atlanta, Georgia is the guess. And that is correct. So Shaun steals the point, the second quarter question from Chip.
That pain is seared into Shaun's brain, it appears.
Yeah.
All right, Shaun. Who did the Titans lose to in the playoffs the last time they were crowned AFC champs? AFC South champs. Who did the Titans lose to in the playoffs the last time they were crowned AFC South champs?
AFC South. Okay. Ravens. 08.
Ravens in 08? The Ravens in 08 is correct. That's right. Kerry Collins, 13-3.
Algie Crumpler's fumble.
Algie Crumpler had to do it to us.
All right. So it is halftime now. Let's get to know our halftime rules. Now we have reached halftime. We will enter a 53-second halftime in honor of Keith Bullock, of course, for each player to physically prove their Titans fandom for an extra point in the game.
Each player will be required to find the best piece of Titans memorabilia in their house and bring it back to the screen before time runs out. Could be a piece of clothing, a framed picture, or even Vince Young's shoulder pads. Whatever you think is best, bring it back within the 53 seconds. If a player does not make it back in time, they will not be eligible for the point.
This is the only part of the game which is left up to judges' discretion. The best piece of memorabilia will get an extra point added to their score.
A point that could be crucial for determining today's winner.
All right. On your mark, get set, go. The race is on.
Chip and Shaun are off.
I don't think there's anything in Shaun's screen that isn't Titans branded.
Yeah, he's the heavy favorite in every.
That is pretty impressive. Oh, he pulled a picture frame off the wall. I love it.
It's interesting for Chip. I picture Chip right now tiptoeing around his place. Why? Because before we got into recording here, he said that his baby's being put to sleep. So he's got to tiptoe around. Oh my god.
All right, Chip. Since we can essentially, I love how Chip. Last week he came with the Houston Oilers sock hat. Uh-huh. Now, Chip, why don't you explain to us what you got there?
Yeah, so I'll zoom out or stand up a little bit. This is a Tennessee Titans bathrobe with the belt and all, so that I can come out looking fresh. I actually wore this to work. All of the Titans victories during the playoffs this year as well. So.
So it's like a lucky robe, kind of.
It is.
Okay.
That's good. That's bonus points right there. He's looking like a Titan Hugh Hefner.
All right, Shaun, let's do the big reveal with you. What do you have there?
Well, I just want to note that this jersey hung in the exact same spot for the whole playoff run also, so keep that in mind.
Okay. That's also bonus points.
It's a signed Delaney Walker jersey that I got at my first ever Titans game. I met him right before the game, and he signed it. I'm going to see it right there.
Very nice.
Yeah, that is nice. It brings a tear to my eye. I miss Delaney Walker already.
Oh, yeah. That's probably one of my favorite memories. I got it the same day I got the ball from last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the ball comes in. Yeah, he just wants you to know, Chip, that his ball was even better. So while we do have, as Austin said, the Titans Hugh Hefner, I'm rolling with Shaun here. The Delaney Walker, I mean, that's a strong memorabilia piece. Not that the robe isn't. The robe is definitely very strong, but
yeah.
I think in this case it's good versus great, and great is with Shaun.
Right. And let's be honest, you'd probably be a little bit more ashamed to wear the Titans robe had it not been for the foundation that Delaney Walker set. So, Jack, I agree with you. We'll go bonus point to Shaun. So after halftime now, the score is 4-1. Since Shaun was able to get that Kern successful stolen point Kern in the first half. It's 4-1 heading into the second half. And since it is the second half, we will now flip the field. So Shaun will be getting the first questions.
That's right. All right, Shaun, you can really get out to a big lead here if you get this one. It's a tough one, but it's one. I mean, if you like the Titans, you know this answer. Maybe, probably not. How tall is Brett Kern listed by the Titans? How tall is Brett Kern listed by the Titans? We're looking for feet and inches. That is what height is measured based off of.
I'm gonna go 6'1".
All right, 6'1" your answer. He's definitely over 6 foot. He's just 1 inch taller. He's 6'2". So you don't get that point, Shaun. It's 4-1 going to Chip. Chip, you need this one.
Yeah, he punts like he's got 6 feet. All right, Chip, your third quarter question is a numbers game. Corey Davis subtracted by Ben Jones equals this current Titan. Again, Corey Davis subtracted by Ben Jones equals this current Titan.
Forgot Ben Jones' number. I think it's 63. If it is, then 21 would be Malcolm Butler.
Malcolm Butler is the guess. And it is Kenny Vaccaro. Kenny Vaccaro is the answer. So no point there. The score remains 4-1 heading into the fourth quarter.
That's tough. Okay, Shaun, here's your fourth quarter question. It's not an easy one. This actually goes into your halftime. Okay, where did Delaney Walker play his college ball? Where did Delaney Walker play his college ball? 16 seconds starts now.
Central Missouri.
Oh my gosh. Central Missouri. It's a quick answer, and it's a correct answer. University of Central Missouri. Delaney Walker was actually inducted into their Hall of Fame, I believe, in 2015.
You got to assume that the guy with the Delaney Walker signed jersey framed on his wall is going to know that one.
That was geared for Shaun.
Got to give me an easy one after asking me Brett Kern's height.
I was going to say, well, this has been
an easy one.
This has been a pretty Delaney Walker themed show today. Okay, Chip, fourth quarter, you're down 5-1. Still not out of it though. Chip, with your fourth quarter question, how long in yards was the Music City Miracle? Again, how long in yards was the Music City Miracle?
It was a lot of yards.
Yeah. I have no idea. I'm going to say 84 yards.
84 yards. 84 yards is the guess. And the answer is 75 yards. 75 yards for the answer. So we're 4-1 or 5-1 heading into overtime.
A lot of fantasy points on that return. Okay. The overtime question is this. Well, first of all, you're gonna have to write down how many points you want to wager and circle it. Once you guys have done that, I will then read you the question.
Yeah. Write down the number of points. Let us know when you're ready.
Don't show us.
All right.
Good to go? Okay. Your overtime question is this. You're also going to write it down. After moving on from the Titans, Albert Haynesworth signed a massive 7-year, $100 million deal with which team? One more time, you're going to have 27 seconds. After moving on from the Titans, Albert Haynesworth signed a massive 7-year, $100 million deal with which team?
Tell you what.
Chip did a pin drop.
Well, yeah, I was going to say nobody looks as cozy as Chip right now than
I'm done.
with that Titans robe. I'm actually
Yeah.
I wish I had one of those. All right, so the answers are in. Chip, we'll go ahead and start with you since you are trailing. How many points did you wager?
All one of my point.
All one of his points. He's going all in. He pushed his chip to the center of the table. No pun intended there. So, Chip, what is your answer? What answer did you put?
I put the Washington, whatever they will be futurely named.
Washington no names. Yes, that's good. That's topical because we don't know if they will still have the same name this time, September. Shaun, let's see how many points you wagered.
I put 4. And I
Ooh, 4 points.
Washington Redskins with the question mark because I'm not really sure what the name is going to be.
I love it. All right, so both guys had the same answer. Shaun wagered 4 points. Wow, Shaun
went
could
in.
He could have just not wagered any and probably secured his victory. But he's like, no, let's do this. The answer, Jack.
It is the Washington TBDs. So, yes, the R words, the TBDs, the question marks, it all is correct. You guys both got it. But,
So
Chip, I'm sorry.
Final score, Chip comes away with 2, but Shaun comes away with a whopping 9 points with the Kern steal, the halftime point, just everything just coming together for a whopping 9 points for Shaun. Guys, thank you so much for playing.
Sure.
Congratulations on making it to the second round. Chip, I don't know if we'll ever see you again. If we do, it'll be by God's good graces.
And I hope you have the robe on.
Yeah. Yes, please. Please just next time, just assure us if we ever do see you again, it will be with the robe on.
I will make sure.
All right, Shaun, we will see you in the third round. Next
Final
round.
4.
Congratulations. Before we wrap things up, can I get a tighten up from each of you guys?
Tighten up.
Tighten up.